Retain gang, what's poppin', man? This your boy Tay, back at y'all again with another video. Peace, love, and abundance, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. Gratitude as always. If you want to support the channel, all my links are in my description. If you need some extra help on your journey, man, you're struggling, check out the Retain Gang community, all right? Now, this is part 2 to the last video I did, what semen retention taught me about women. I cut that video short because I didn't want it to be too long, but there's some things I wanted to add, all right? Now, on semen retention, this requires a lot of discipline, okay? A lot of discipline. This is why a lot of men, they fight in the comments about, you know, this journey doesn't work and I can't do this and you shouldn't do this. It's because it's not an easy thing to do. So a lot of them will try to cope, right, in order to make themselves feel better, because it's difficult. But with all that being said, when you're able to discipline yourself, okay, you unlock masculine order within yourself, and that starts to radiate around your energetic body, okay? Women are chaotic, they're chaos energy, and that's not a bad thing. I don't want to take y'all to take that and think of it as something that's negative, right? The universe is chaotic. Anytime you're dealing with creation, it's going to be chaos, okay? Nature is chaotic. Look at nature. The leaves on a tree, there's no leaf that's the same shape. There's no blade of grass that's the same height, shape, whatever. It's all different. They all have their own unique imprint, right? Women are the personification of nature, Mother Nature. So what I learned about this journey is when I became more disciplined and when I had that masculine order radiating off of me, women felt that presence, okay? Remember, chaos cannot match with chaos. So a lot of guys who are emotional or you don't have no discipline, bro, you're not going to have that self-control about yourself, all right? Especially when it comes to women, the lust is going to take over, and that's not attractive, okay? When a woman sees a man that's lustful, or like you're over pursuing her, she leaving you on read and you still trying to comment and DM her, bro, you don't take a hint, that shows lack of self-control. That shows that you don't have no boundaries. You know what I'm saying? You don't have your masculine order in check. So she's looking at you like you're weak, like you can't even handle simple rejection. You can't even take a hint. So in the long run, she's thinking this guy can't protect me. He'll fall for anything. See, but when you are on this journey, you become the total opposite. So you give that chaos order. So when you walk into a room full of women, the energy shifts. That's why they start staring at you. This is where the attraction comes from. It's not just the retention part. It's what comes with the retention part. Discipline, the focus, the drive, all that start to embody within your energetic field. And people can feel, especially women, they know when a man is on his shit, on his purpose. All right, that's gonna radiate off of you. It's not something that you just feeling and you're just doing, bro. Everything is energetic. Every single thing you do is energetic. All right, so you bring order to chaos. And women are going to test you. They call it the shit test. But really the shit test is just a biological response, you know, for survival. A woman has to know that this man is the right one for her. She has to know that you can protect her. She can't make the right choice because that's life or death. Or she can't make the wrong choice, excuse me, because that's life or death. You see what I'm saying? So the shit test is just like life. Remember, life is feminine. You know, nature is feminine. So just like life is going to test you, a woman's going to test you just to see if you are worthy enough. It's a rite of passage. So as a man, when you lock in and you're disciplined, you're focused, bro, when a woman starts to do those tests, like the emotions or just, you know, maybe even trying to pick at your confidence or whatever, you're not going to bite the bait. You're going to have control. You're going to be anchored down. You're going to be grounded. And when you can navigate through a woman's chaos, you become the one. You become him. You see, now I'm not telling you guys to go out here and let somebody disrespect you. Never do that, right? Always have boundaries. But what I'm saying is The test is not malicious, right? It's not even conscious. It's a subconscious thing that happens. Anybody that's been in a relationship, you already know what I'm talking about. It's subconscious, like just little things that's gonna happen. And if you react the wrong way or you get too emotional, it's gonna show weakness, right? You never wanna get out of character. And that's what the test is about. Are you really who you say you are? Are you really as confident as you say you are? And this helps you sharpen your skills as a man to make you stay on top of your game so that you're not falling off. You got to get tested. In order for you to have confidence, you got to have a plan. This is why women love a man with a plan. Women hate an indecisive man. You know what I'm saying? That's just something that's not attractive because she's indecisive most of the time. Like when it comes to certain things, like you guys been in relationships, you know, ask her what she wants to eat. Y'all be sitting there all day. You know what I'm saying? She not gonna be able to make a choice. But in that moment, you should give out some options. You make a choice, or you give, you know, some suggestions. And I've been in relationships, so I know the game. I know as soon as I ask that question, what do you want to eat? She gonna tell me, I don't know, right? So I'm already prepared for that. I already have some options. I already took the time to make some suggestions, right? We can go here, here, or here. What about this? What about tacos? What about that, right? And then you give her, now you kind of ease her mind from overthinking, because she'll be there all day thinking about what she want to eat. But you ease her mind by putting some choices out there, right? And then you say, well, let's go here. I'm feeling this today, right? She's gonna like that just because you're decisive. You're leading the way. You know what I'm saying? It's the little things, guys, that they look at within us. Small details, like I said in the last video. Okay, so a man with a plan, bro, is always going to be the most attractive. You see, and if you don't know what your purpose is, you don't have a purpose, you need to find one and latch on to that until you find out what you want to do with your life. You know, you should, I'm not saying you got to have it all figured out, but you should at least have some direction. A man that has no direction is dangerous. You'll fall for anything. Without semen retention, if you don't have no sexual discipline, you'll fall for anything, right? You'll sleep with anything. You have no character, okay? And you can't be trusted. A woman knows that too. You can't be, a man that has no discipline sexually can't be trusted. So remember, men, we're logical. Women are more emotional. They're more into the energetic, spiritual realm. All right, this is why a woman, she'll go through 1,000 different emotions in one day. Okay, as a man, it's our job to keep that straight line, right? We're up and down. A woman is curves, shapes, all type of different zigzags, right? But that straight line keeps everything in order. It gives it a baseline to navigate itself off of. Okay, it's like a ship needs a sail. Without the sail, the ship can't go nowhere, but the sail gives it direction. All right, it gives the chaos, the wind, the ocean. It kind of organizes the chaos into a specific goal or direction. Having a plan is important also, right? I said this example before. My dad came home one time late at night after work, and then he asked us, he said, you know, if I was breaking into the house right now, what would you do? And, you know, little kid me, I'm like, I don't know. I don't know, right? Just lost, don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? But he instilled something into me that day, right? Prepare yourself for any situation. As a man, it's your job to be prepared for every single thing. Okay? So even when it comes to talking to women, right? When you go to approach a woman, a lot of time guys don't have a plan. They just moving off of lust. So then the confidence ain't there and they end up fumbling the bag because you're talking too much. You don't really have no direction. You just all over the place. But this is a technique you guys can do, right? Just visualize a scenario. If you're talking to a woman, you can be in the gym or whatever. You see a girl that you like. Visualize yourself walking up to her and, you know, how would the conversation go? How would you approach her? How would you respond to her responding to you? Like, visualize how the conversation is going to play out. And just do that over and over again. That way, when you're put in those situations, you're already prepared. You already got your responses on lockdown. You know, your posture, your confidence. You didn't ran through this in your mind 1,000 times, so it's like muscle memory now. All right, this is how you gain the skills to be prepared for any situation. I do this before I go to the gym. I run down my workout in my head before I get there. That way, when I get to the gym, I'm locked in already. There ain't no second guessing. There ain't no, oh, I'm tired or I can't finish it. No, I already locked in and finished this workout in my head. So I'm manifesting that into reality. And this goes for school. This goes for your job. Whatever it is, guys, always run down in your mind your desired results. Okay? That's going to help you to prepare yourself. And like I said, these things are going to build your masculine energy. Okay, and bring that order into your life and into the people that's surrounding you. You know, what makes you attractive to a woman is your ability to stay calm through every situation. All right, every relationship that I've been in, and whenever my girl was, you know, she was panicking or she was going through a situation, you know, she would start to get emotional and she's just, you know, excited. And I was always so stoic and calm. Right, I'm trying to find a solution. And I remember my girl told me one time, she said, you always know the right thing to say to make me calm, or your energy alone just makes me feel safe and calm. Like I don't have to worry. I can just let the weight off my shoulders and relax. Right, and that's what your presence means to a woman. That's what your presence means to this world. You feel what I'm saying? You know, when I was young and you know, my mom and dad, you know, mom is cool, right? She's gonna bring that love into the atmosphere, right? But the energy is a little bit lighter with mom. Mom, you can kind of get away with some things, right? She'll let some things slide. But when dad come in, everybody act right. Everybody is on their best behavior, because that's the energy that dad brings. You know what I'm saying? It's that discipline, that iron fist, that iron sword. Like, all right, we got to be on our P's and Q's. But besides that, dad also brings the feeling of safety. Everybody feels safe around dad because we know, okay, the protector's here, right? So the man just has that aura that makes everybody feel protected, but also it's a certain focus that you have that makes everybody else focus too and get in line. You see what I'm saying? If you notice, I noticed this too when I used to talk to women that was attracted to me or they liked me. I would notice that they would mirror my movements. You guys let me know in the comment section if you ever noticed this. Like you might move your hands a certain way, and you see her move her hands a certain way, or you start doing something, you lean to the side, she lean to the side with you. You see what I'm saying? Women, they look for that energy or that presence to be able to guide her as well, right? Not saying that women need guidance, but what I'm saying is women like to just have the weight taken off of their shoulders, the pressure taken off. You know what I'm saying? They want to feel safe. They want to feel like women love the princess stories, right? Happily ever after. They Prince Charming climbing up the castle and saving her, and I can let go and, you know, live in this fairy tale world. That's how women are, bro. They want to feel that way. They want to feel like a princess. So your masculine energy makes her melt in your presence. Like she can just, you know, just lay in your arms and not have to worry about any problems in the world. Right, that's how she's thinking. You know what I'm saying? So this is what your masculine order is going to bring into the presence of women. All right, the reason why it's not like that today is because everything is so over-sexualized. Men have lost their power because of the cheeks. It's everywhere and it's easy access. See, our grandparents didn't have to worry about IG looking at cheeks. They wasn't scrolling on their phone all day. Not saying that you didn't have access to that content, but it was very exclusive. You had to go to exclusive places to even see some cheeks. It wasn't just out in the front like that. You know, so our grandparents, man, they was more focused on their purpose, you see what I'm saying, than anything. And they didn't have access to every single person in the world, every single girl in the world. So you only knew who you knew that was in your neighborhood or your city, that was in your immediate environment, your job. You didn't really have access to all these women. So they had more focus. You know what I'm saying? The masculine energy was stronger, which made the women more in their feminine energy. But see, when you disrupt that balance, when the men lose their masculine energy, it disrupts the women. They become more masculine, right? Because they have to, the universe has to balance itself out. And vice versa, when the women become more masculine, the men become more feminine. So there's a lot of things that go into this, guys. This is why this journey is so important, so that we can restore the order. You see, when we get ourselves right, they get themselves right. When they get themselves right, we get ourselves right. So this journey is important for the collective. You feel what I'm saying? I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing more women gravitating towards this journey, gravitating towards more of being responsible with sexuality, as opposed to just thinking it's something to be entertained or just thinking it's for pleasure. No, it's bigger than that. We all benefit from this, but man, we got to do our part. You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we doing what we supposed to do first and lead by example. This is what attracts women to you. It's your energy. That's all it is, right? Your energy. The more masculine you become, the more feminine you're going to attract. It's that plain and simple. Okay? So this journey is about getting yourself right first. And I know some of you guys, you on your journey, you feel like, I ain't worried about no women. Because I see it in the comments like, you know, I ain't focused on women, I'm focused on myself, which is cool. Nothing wrong with that. But at some point in time, bro, you're going to want to be with a woman. You're going to want to start a family. And it's always good to study. It's always good to know, right? Because a wise man never turns down knowledge. We're always trying to grow and become better people, better souls, right? And on all levels, we're trying to become the best version of ourselves. So even though you're not focused on that right now, still soak up the information. You see, because we need women and women need us. That's why we're here, right? Masculine and feminine. You got to have both in order to create life. So don't say that you don't need a woman. You do. You are here because of a woman. You wouldn't be alive if it wasn't for a woman, right? So let's not get into that sphere or that space of I don't need this, and you know that's a very toxic mindset. We don't want to get into that space. We need each other. Okay? So you know, this journey taught me a lot about women, and it taught me how to interact with women. It taught me what do I do that makes me attractive to them. It's not just about looks, man. It's about your energy, how you carry yourself. So I'm saying, the more focused I became, the more women I attract. The more, I would say, the more feminine women I attract, the more women that are on a high level I attract, because I was making that change within myself. You feel me? So the more you start to better yourself, you're going to attract better women, more high quality women. Right? So just lock in and stay focused, guys. You know, this whole journey is about learning about yourself each and every day. So like I said, keep on going, keep, you know, pushing your boundaries. You got to push yourself past your limits in order for you to grow. All right? So, hey, bro, hey, this is what I learned. This is what potential taught me about women, and I'm still learning things. You know, I'm still young, so I don't got all the answers, but that's what I love about this journey, because every day is a new lesson. I might learn something tomorrow that I didn't know, you know, and I might have to do another video because, I got to tell y'all what I just learned yesterday, you know what I'm saying? Or what I learned this week, bro. So, you know, your inner child, always keep that intact. Always be excited for life, excited to learn new things, right? Excited and be curious as well. Okay, guys? So I don't want to rant, you know, the video's already been too long. But if you need to speak with me, I do one-on-one consultations. I'll leave my link in my description. Also, y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all thought about the video. Peace, love, and abundance, and I'm out.